What is happening, everyone? Welcome to another live stream. I know it's late. I know it's not going to be a long live stream. It's going to be a rather short one. I just wanted to kind of play around for a little bit before I go night night. Go night night. Bright light night night. I'm just going to go do a little bit of drawing. I've already started this, but I did this like a week ago. Like a week ago, I guess. I don't even know. It's all blur. But it was a while ago, and I thought it was turning out pretty good, and thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of work on it for a little bit. Maybe about 10 or 15 minutes or so. But just long enough to kind of get things moving. But here we are. I don't know if this is Bebop or Rocksteady. I gotta double check. Which one's Bebop? Bebop, or is it? Which one's Bebop? Is it the Bebop? They're all okay. I think Bebop is the pig. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing Bebop for a little bit, and then we're just gonna go ahead and just work on them for just a small amount of time. Nothing too fancy. I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to work on them, but we're going to just kind of play around and then maybe see where it takes me. I think when I was drawing this, honestly, I was drawing this drawing in a bar, and it was really late at night, and it was super dark. And, yeah, it was super dark, and I was casually drawing it just to kind of do something, and then I just kind of stopped. I stopped drawing because it was too dark to draw in a restaurant / bar, and I was like, man, it's way too dark to draw this. I can't, so I stopped. It got real late, and it was just way too dark. They like in bars, they kind of turn off the lights to make it like ambiance. So you're like, oh, cool, it's super dark in here. So like, it makes everything super cool. And you're like, no, I just want to see my sketchbook. So here's the thing about this sketchbook. Honestly, the sketchbook it's weird. It's got like a weird tooth to it. And I'm not used to a sketchbook like this. It feels like the paper's like recycled or something. I'm not sure. I feel like they recycled this sketchbook or used like recycled paper. And so it's got like a weird, it's toothier than some of the sketchbooks that I'm used to. And the ink on here goes on in a different manner. It kind of goes on in a weird way. And yeah, it just goes on in a weird way. And I just like, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of at a toss up, like in between things. Hey there, man. Thank you so much. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for the gift. Did I get a gift? I didn't see. If I did, awesome. Thank you. You rock. If I didn't, awesome. Thank you. You rock. No, I can't really see what is happening on the screen. I don't have like the camera is running, and it's rolling, and it's out of my peripheral when I'm drawing. It's not like a typical live stream where the people are doing their drawing or doing their whatever they're doing. Like they have a screen here. This is the screen, and then they have like this is where the person's at. I'm a person, and then this is where all the things happening. And right here in the bottom right corner, left hand corner, I could draw you, not in the time frame that I'm allowing myself, and also, yeah, I could. Yes, I can draw you. Will I? I don't know. Probably not, because I don't have a photo, and I can't really get off the platform and look up photos. But that's just what it is. Yeah, I don't have the time to draw someone. I'm not a quick an artist that can like draw a portrait really quickly. You know, I'm just one of those artists that can like. I'm really slow actually. I imagine if I were to do like a photorealistic art like drawing, that I would be one of the slower individuals. You know how like a drawing, those artists are like, oh, I spent over 100 hours on this drawing, and it looks like freaking photorealistic. For me to get to that point, I'd have to spend like 200 or 300 hours. I'm like, I don't have 300 hours to give on a drawing, man. I don't have 300 hours. I don't have 30 minutes to give on a drawing. I barely have 30 minutes. I'm lying. I do have 30 minutes, but I don't have 30 minutes to give on a drawing every day, you know? Well, happy birthday. Walking home. Hope you're being safe. Hope you're being safe. Don't like get too involved, too interested in this live stream. You're gonna want to pay attention to what's happening around you. You know, hopefully it's well lit. You're not in a weird dark area. You know, hopefully it's well lit. You're not in a dark area, and you're maybe you're with a crowd of friends, a group of friends, and they're all chatting it up. And I don't know. Maybe you're. Well, yeah, good times. It's been a while. I haven't had. It's been such a long time that would. I haven't been in a position where I could like party on my birthday late at night. Every time I did, like recently, if I did do it, I would feel like awful the next day. And I'm the type of person that will like, if I party or do anything like that, I'm useless the next day. I am so useless. I cannot do anything. You might as well like just, if you had a meeting with me or a phone call you had to do with me, or you had like, oh, well, let's set up a date where we catch up, and we work together on some sort of like plan, or some we do, I don't know, we do something like a business date. Like, yeah, cancel my plans for the next day because I am useless. You know, that's all right. That sounds like a good. Do I have any tips for drawing with pens? Oh my goodness. What kind of pen is this? I don't know. I don't have any good tips. Maybe I'll use this pen. Tips for drawing with pens. Man, it depends. Like, are you heavy-handed? Are you struggling, or what? You know, I don't know. I don't have like any tips that would like boost your ability anytime soon. Unfortunately, I wish when people give me these questions, I wish I could give them like a tip that would have an immediate effect. You know, like an effect that like that they would get an immediate benefit with, like, and I never really have. I haven't had one of those. I don't have a suggestion that I could give to you that is going to you're going to have an immediate benefit. I guess it depends. Maybe what you could, if you're struggling with pens, maybe do your sketching in a blue pen, and then go on top it with a black pen. If you're using regular ballpoint pens like this, hold it lightly. Don't give it a death grip. If you're looking for a way to build up skill, maybe practice hatching and cross hatching. One tip would be just to draw with it every day and not worry about making mistakes. There's lots of things. I really don't have like, I really wish I could just give like, number one thing you need to do when you're drawing with a pen, do this. And I don't have one. I think the reason why is, you see all these tips online, and they're all nice. Like all the advice online, sometimes some of it's good, some of it's not so good, some of it's like meh. But like It just seems to be it kind of breaks down the it's an oversimplification of it, you know. They'll like show you all these things and they'll make it look so easy, and they don't put in the reality of the situation, which is you're just going to have to put in a ton of reps. You're just going to have to put in a lot of time, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and you're just going to have to get used to and comfortable with this idea that you're going to make mistakes. I think they don't really point that out. A lot of those people online, those people that give you tips and tricks and show you all this stuff, and you'll like how to draw a hand, and you watch this person how to show you how to draw a hand, and you start drawing the hand. You're like, why is my hand not look like the hand that this person's drawing? And they discount that part. They don't talk about like, hey, listen, I did about 3,000 hands before I got a hand this good, you know? Switching is hard for you. Yeah, there's this idea that you're just like it's like well, one is like, why'd you switch? Did you switch because you want to get better at drawing and pen, or did you switch out of like just to challenge yourself? Like switching to pen is I switched to pen strictly because I didn't like graphite rubbing off on in my sketchbook. That's the only reason why I did that. But outside of that, you know, I don't really have a reason why I switched to pens. I think maybe another reason is because I have so many pens that I'm like on a like subconscious level trying to get rid of all my pens. Oh yeah. There you go. Trying to learn something new. You know, I guess get used to the idea that you're gonna make mistakes and get comfortable with it. Another thing that drawing with pens trains you. It trains you to kind of mask your construction lines. You know, like you get better at hiding your lines, or you just get better at like being more assertive with your lines. You know, there's lots of things. But you know, all the videos, man, they undervalue like, hey, listen, I spent a lot of time drawing, you know, or like these channels showing like, can I learn to draw channels? Like, I am not an artist, but I've always wanted to be an artist, and here I am getting better at an exponential level. You know, like, well, that's deceiving too, because like time is a very tricky thing. Like you might see someone get really good at something really quickly, but their lives might be different than yours. Like you might not have like they may have like 4 to 8 hours of like free time to invest in a skill. You might only have like 4 to 5 minutes. Like how are you going to get better at that level, you know? And you have to sacrifice something sometimes. Like for me, like it's late at night, I'm kind of sacrificing a little bit of sleep. Honestly, though, I had a lot of coffee. Hate the fate of pencils. I'm new to live, so should I begin with pen or continue drawing with pencil? Oh, you know, I can almost only draw in pen. I'm new to live, so should I begin drawing with pen or continue with drawing pencil? I would just go with pencil. Uh, um, the circles were. I didn't do it today, but circles are just like a warm up thing that I do before I begin. You see a lot of artists do that. I just do it as like a simple warm up procedure to kind of get started, and to kind of get my like kind of subconsciously dip my toes into the drawing. Otherwise, sometimes I don't want to jump into the drawing. You know, it's kind of like a warm up. It's kind of like going to the gym, or I don't know. It's when you procrastinate. You know, I don't know, I haven't done this in a while, but like, because I don't have homework, but like when you procrastinate doing homework, sometimes you'll like open the book that you have to study or whatever, and you just stare at it, or you have to do like some math problems or write a paper, and you, whatever you have to do, I don't know if you type it on the tablet now, but like, and you, whatever you do, you just lay the thing that you have to work on, and you stare at it, or you like, I don't know. It's the same thing. I just kind of like do that as a way to kind of get my foot in the door, because sometimes there's days that I just don't feel like doing the thing, because I don't know if like I don't know if this is a true stereotype, but like I've heard a lot of artists say that they're like they default to being they like procrastinate. I've heard this, and I don't necessarily procrastinate. I just have a hard time starting the thing, you know. Ooh, someone sent me a rose. When I paint my version, it's just getting some color on my canvas. What's that? I'm looking at all the. Have you ever drawn Marvin the Martian? I got a fly in my house, and it's on my finger. Thanks, man. If you see the phone, like the thing, the camera waving, I'm looking and see what people are saying. Don't call me a fly house. I'm like Asmongold. I got a dirty house. No, I'm not. No, I am not like that. I just wake up in the morning to the fresh scent of a dead rat. It's beautiful. Just like, okay, it's morning time. Dead rat is creating a stench. I gotta go and do my live stream, make some money. Do you think I wonder if he's like thinking about that. You think he talks about how he doesn't care about money, but like there's some streams that some of his streams really goes against that. He'll like, I don't know. It's just, he talked about Kick. He's talking about Kick and how he doesn't care as long as the check clears. I'm like, well, if you don't really care so much about money, why are you worrying about that check? I thought it sounded like you used to do this stuff for free. He probably would still do it for free anyways. You know, I wonder if a lot of these YouTubers that like, or these Twitch streamers or these Kick streamers would do these things for free. And a lot of them started out doing it for free, and then like they started making big money. And I wonder if they would just let it all go and do it for free again. Maybe they would. Maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not in that position. How would I know? Alrighty. Who else is saying? What else is going on here? Don't call me a fly house. By the way, I got 2.5K likes. Honestly, I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. I just wanted to I wanted to jump in and do a live to say that I drew today. I had a really long day, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to sit down and draw and do a live. I actually, one of the reasons why I do a live is because it forces me to draw. It kind of holds me more accountable. Whether that is a good or bad thing, because sometimes when I do a live, my drawings are not the greatest. Drawing takes a level of like, I don't know about like precision or thought, but like sometimes it you need to. I actually honestly I prefer to make art kind of in silence. I used to, when I was younger, I used to like listen to music or watch, like have like shows playing in the background. And I found that as I got older, like I was like, man, this stuff's too distracting. It's just so much noise going on that I just wanted to I needed to draw or do paintings in silence. Even with, I didn't even like listen to music because I thought that was a distraction. How, I know that sounds crazy, but I always thought it was a distraction as I got older. I think because when you get older, like there's so much noise in your day. There's so much things going in your day that you just want to have silence, I guess. And you would do anything to have that because there's always like things going on. And I never thought that'd be a case. Like I never thought that it would be a case that would be the case, that having like silence would be like really truly golden, you know? Like it really meant a lot. And I guess because you could just get bombarded with so much stuff now, man. Like so much stuff. Like so many things are taking you away from things that you love to do or want to do. And it becomes very difficult to really set time aside for yourself. And when I would make artwork, when I used to paint in my studio, I would, yeah. When I used to paint in my studio, I would, what am I saying? I'm drawing a blank here. I'd have everything silent. I would have no music, no noise, nothing. And sometimes I would play like a podcast or something, but like that would be after like I got like a couple hours in. And I'm like, man, I think I've kind of got my time in. I can kind of like dial back the reins and not spend so much time focused. And that was usually when I was kind of, okay, we're at the end of my painting session or whatever it was. You can relax a little bit. But there's times where I would just really focus and have no noise. And that's why it's harder to draw when I'm talking. It really is. Because my attention's pulled in two different directions. I'm trying to draw and I'm also trying to like talk the entire time, I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing, honestly. Battletoads. Look, oh, it does. Silence, you're right. Battletoads. It does look like the pigs from Battletoads. This character Bebop does look like the pig from Battletoads. Is there a pig from Battletoads? You know, I need to get to the point where I'm I want to have a live stream where I have like kind of does. I don't know. I never played the game Battletoads. Well, maybe I did very briefly. Oh, TMNT. Yes. It's definitely not. It doesn't look like the pig from Battletoads. The pigs from Battletoads look like I don't know what else they look like. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, here we are. Pretty tired actually. I wasn't going to do this live, but I told myself I said, you know, if I don't do this, I'm going to I'm not going to regret it, but I'm definitely going to feel disappointed in myself. Because I know for a fact that I can at least draw for 30 minutes. You know, technically I should be in bed, but if I'm going to lose some sleep, I can lose 30 minutes of sleep because I'm already going to lose 30 minutes. It's already going to happen. It's done. Like, how do you draw metal, man? I need to practice drawing metal. I really suck at that. I've always been fascinated how artists that they don't even have a reference to metal, you know, they're able to draw it like from imagination. And I've always been like, man, that's so good. How do you do that, man? I want that. How do you do that? Right? I guess it just boils down to just practicing it. Because I've never really been good to drawing from imagination. Honestly, when I was drawing this, I had to have a couple reference photos, and then I kind of gave it my own spin to it. But like I had to have a couple reference photos to look from, and I probably could even stand to have more reference photos, to be honest with you, and maybe even I don't know, some sort of value scale or something. But yeah, man, I not really great at doing stuff from imagination. Like I used to do a lot when I was a kid. I don't think I was very successful at it, but you know, I assume that it's like with anything. Like if you practice that muscle, you get better with it with the time. And just like how many of you are talking about like being scared or wanting to draw with pen or pencil and had to try to ask for tips. I could be. It's like the same with me. Like mostly the most of the things I have to say is like you just got to get used to being scared of doing things or making mistakes or getting bury this idea of making mistakes or being fearful. And I have the same mentality. Like I'm kind of scared to draw something from imagination because I'm kind of scared of messing it up because there's so many good artists out there that are able to draw from imagination that I'm like, man, what if I mess it up? I can't do what they do. I have the same type of self-doubt too. I have like this subconscious like doubt, like, oh my work's not that good. How like how come why am I who am I? So I make those mistakes all the time. Like I'm always fearful, and it's to a fault actually. Like, and I probably shouldn't be because I know I can do pretty good stuff. I'm not like great, but I can do decent stuff. It's not dynamic. I'll give you that. I probably need to practice on like making my stuff more cool looking, because there's some people that would make this and they could turn this into something really really cool, like the pig's face, like Bebop's face would be like actiony and snarling or something like that. Like there's like dynamic, they're in a dynamic position, and this is not really dynamic. I'll give you that. It's kind of like a meh position. It's not even contrapposto. It's just like a static position, Nothing special. Yeah, I wish I knew how to draw metal. Or I wish I could do it like from imagination. Like I kind of understand it in concept, but whenever I try to draw it, I always tend to mess it up. Like now, And I guess you just have to keep doing it, keep practicing. Or you have to like really do it. You have to practice with intent. Like I would have to sit down and like every day practice drawing metal. I guess that's what you would have to do. Just like sit down, time to draw some metal. Trying to make things look metallic and shiny. Like I could copy something metallic from a photo and make it look realistic, but I don't know. I can't really make it up. I just I understand the idea, but I don't have what's it called? Like I can understand the concept, but I don't have mastery over it. So I understand how to do it, but I don't have mastery, and that takes time, essentially. So what I'm doing now is instead of layering and building up value like I normally do, like I've been doing for the most part in a lot of this drawing, I'm going to play around with adding hatching on it, adding a little bit of hatching in some areas. you know, and then see if so I added a little bit of hatching here, and then like add a little bit of layered value where I kind of use the gradient, the pressure qualities of the pen to make the value darker by slowly layering tones. And then I might add a little bit more hatching in some areas. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I think what I'm going to do is spend about another 10 more minutes and then go to bed, because I got a big day tomorrow. I always have a big day. This is what sucks about doing these live streams, is like every time I do one, it's always at the detriment of like sleep. I don't think I'm going to get any sleep today. And that's frustrating. Doesn't it suck knowing that you have to wake up early and you've stayed up really, really late? I hate that so much. It sucks. I hate it. I hate having to stay up late and then wake up early. Like, well, why'd you choose to stay up late? Like, well, this is the only time I could do this. This is like literally the only time. I tried. I knew that this would be the case. You know, I knew that I'd have it'd be late for me before I actually got time to sit down and draw. And I knew it. I just knew it. That's another thing that sucks. Like, it sucks knowing that you have to get up early or stay up late to draw. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know how I'm gonna wake up early enough, though. I don't know how it's gonna work. I think I might get 3 hours sleep today. I'm pretty sure. Bebop and Rocksteady. I think I'm gonna get about 3 hours sleep. I don't know. I say that, and then I don't get 3 hours sleep because I end up sleeping through my alarm clock, which has happened. It happened today. I slept through my alarm clock, and slept through it big time. I didn't mean to. I think what happens is, like, so I put my alarm clock almost in another room, and my thought process was, if I put it in another room, I have to get up to turn it off. And I thought, if I get up to turn it off, I'm not going to go back to bed. And it turns out that's not the case. It turns out I'll get up, turn off my alarm clock, and walk back to the bed. Like, it's not like hitting the snooze button on your phone when it's right next to you, where you just hit the snooze button, hit the snooze button for like 10, 20 minutes. It's more like I just I get up and I go over there, literally manually turn it off and go straight back to bed. I did not think I'd do that. And sometimes I do it and I don't even remember me doing it. Like, I wake up hours later and I'm like, did I just wait, did my alarm go off at all, or did I just turn it off like in a dream state, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, I must have turned it off in a dream state, because I don't remember hitting the snooze button or shutting it off. I don't remember it at all. And man, my muscle mind memory, man, they don't play around. It does not play around. It's like, you know what? You're going to go back to sleep and you have no control over it. And I'm like, oh, I guess I don't, because I don't remember. And some people I know people that they're like, yeah, no matter what I do, I always wake up at the same time. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how you do that. And they're like, well, I've had the same job for 10 years and I've had to wake up at the same time over and over again. I'm like, well, I don't have the same job. I've had the same job for 10 years. And even the job that I've had for 10 plus years, I don't have to get up early to get there. It's always in the evening. You know, I don't have the same issue. I have an issue of trying to get up at the same time every day, because I don't have an actual wake up time. You know, everyone else has a time they have to get up because they have to be at work at a certain time. But when your work's in the evening, you know, you don't have that. You don't have it at all. And so I have like the opposite of that problem. Why are you talking about me? Thanks, man. Thanks for the cool heart, dude. Why are you talking about the same every day since 2010? That's true, though, man. I mean, I try. I really try to get up. I try my best to get up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and I never had. I don't have a job that had like that I have to do that. I had a job that I had to do that, and even then I struggled to get up at the same time. Like it was rough because I guess the reason why is because like I had things I had to do. Like when I got home from work, it's like, man, I have all these things I have to do, and if I don't do them, I'm not going to get them done until the weekend, and I didn't want to get them all done during the weekend, I guess. And so I would stay up late, and then I'd regret it because the next day I had to get up real early. But even during the weekend, like I don't know, like if I didn't have to get up on the weekend, I would sleep in. But I have friends that like they've been programmed that like no matter what, I'm always up. Like my internal clock wakes me up. Like, are you serious? You don't even like want to sleep in? Like you're not tired? Like even if I'm tired, I'm up. Like, dude, what if I'm tired? I'm like, I don't care. I'll go straight back to bed. Because I guess my internal clock's like, I don't know what I guess on a subconscious level, my body's like saying, I don't know when I'm going back. I don't know when I'm going to get sleep again. So I'm going to sleep in, dude. Like my body's like a dog. Like, you know how dogs always, no matter what you do, they're always eating food. Cause like their system is like geared towards, they don't know when their next meal is. So they're going to eat regardless of whether or not they're full. It's really crazy. When weekend vacation on sick days, I wake up. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. No matter if you're awake, if you're tired or you're awake, if you got enough sleep or not. Yeah. I mean, I guess vacations, I can kind of get it a little bit because, you know, I heard this from someone talking about like when they're on vacation, they want to maximize the amount of time that they're on vacation. So they will get up early so they can go do all the fun things, you know? But like for me, like vacation is like relaxing and getting a little rest and relaxation, you know, sleeping in, not having to worry about doing like labor, you know? And my body's like would definitely ignore my response to get up. Yeah, I just never been in a position where my job wakes me up. I just can't. I don't know. I just can't be programmed that way. I think I talked to someone about this, and I think what it boils down to is like my body has like a sleep meter, and it will sleep as long as is necessary until it reaches like 8 or 9 hours, you know. And if it has the chance, it will sleep as long as necessary to reach 8 or 9 hours. If it's forced to, it will get up when necessary. Like it's like, hey, I got to get up at 4 or 5 today, and I'm like, okay, I'll get up at 4 or 5. But my body's going to hate me for it, you know. It's going to be like, what are you doing to me? I'm going to get you back. The second, my body's like, hey, listen, bro. The second I have a chance to sleep in, I'm going to sleep in, and you're not going to stop me. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. So I'm only going to draw for a few more minutes. My main goal today was for this live is just to draw a little bit. I'm not like too pleased with it. It's an okay drawing. If I were to like critique it, I think it's kind of mid-tone. Like I need darker like shadows. I don't know where I need to make the shadows darker. I just know that they need to be darker in some areas. And I'd have to like spend some time like fiddling around with it until it got darker. You know? And that's what I would do. Yeah, just kind of fiddle around with it and stuff like that. Anyways, I don't know. I wanted to make the bottom of his jaw darker than the top, so like it feels like there's like shading here. Like there's like a deep tonal change. I don't know how dark I should have made his teeth. I didn't know if I want to keep them like lighter or darker, or if they're like he's got yellow teeth. Who knows? I'm still on the rocks on like how dark his spiked hair should be. You know, technically it's like pink, I think. Is it pink? He's got that pink spiked hair. I gotta go back on my photos here. Oh, it's like purple. You know, so it's like purple. So there's a lot of little things here that I don't know what I need to do. Technically, it should be this right here. The light sources come from this side, and it should technically get darker as it goes from here to here. So I should. You are master on anything oil, acrylic, charcoal, pen, pencil, you name it, I use it. I'm decent at all of a lot of that stuff. I'm not really great at watercolor. I'm okay at it. I've done it. I'm okay at. I'm actually pretty good at oil paint. But you wouldn't tell by the videos, because most of those videos are done in a style that I'm not really familiar with. Most of the videos that you see recently are like it's Bob Ross's wet on wet technique. I don't do stuff that way. Like a lot of my paintings are layered, and I spend a lot of time on. But I don't have time to do that anymore. Actually, I've been trying to squeeze that in. In a perfect day, I want to get about 3 to 4 hours of making work. Like I want to draw, I want to do some digital art, and I want to paint. Yeah, watercolor. I'm not really good at watercolor. Perhaps I would probably need to get like actual watercolor paints, not the cheap like watercolor like pill tablets or whatever they are. Rocksteady dressed up as Bebop. Well, I have sold paintings to some pretty big what would you call it? Real estate moguls. They actually had like the person that bought the painting was they were hired by a real estate mogul, and their main job, they're hired simply to go around buying paintings for this person. That was their job. I've also had drawings bought in large mass by designers. That was a long time ago, though. I probably should have capitalized on it. I thought I tried. I like followed up with them, and then it just never went. It just never came through. I guess I don't know. Every time I had an opportunity, it's not like I didn't try to capitalize on it to like propel me forward, but I don't think I did. I don't know if I approached it the right way, or maybe I didn't push the right buttons, or it just fell through, or something like that. I was never able to like close the deal, you know. And it's not because I was like mean or I said something wrong. I think it just kind of like the deal passed and it just wasn't able to finalize it, I guess. I don't know. But it's been so long since I've, you know, looked into that. Like the person that bought those paintings, I got their email. I got them on my email list and I told them to keep me in contact. And, I did all the things that I think you should have done, I guess. But it just never came to fruition. And a lot of my paintings, people love them, but like the people that gravitated towards them didn't have the money to afford them. And now I wasn't trying to like, it's like I can't sell the paintings for like, I'm not saying I can't necessarily sell the paintings for cheap. Like I have, but like the paint itself is super expensive, and I haven't bought paint in forever. But I'm assuming paint now is so expensive. I wouldn't even know. Because I think like paint tubes can last for a while. If you buy a tube of paint, and if you aren't super greedy with it, a tube of paint can last for a couple years. I know some painters that they're the way they layer their paint so thin that a tube of cerulean blue paint lasts for years. Like years and years, because they like just put a little bit on their palette and they glaze it, Yeah. Yeah. But a lot of my paintings were huge. I would do really large paintings. Like how much do you sell a 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, 8 foot, 10 foot painting? I've done paintings like that because I like doing a scale like that, and those paintings are hard to sell, and they're hard to sell, and I guess I don't know, they're just hard to sell. I don't know. Titanium white. They start from $30 to $100. Yeah, and sometimes depending on what series paintings you get, series paint you get, I think there's like series 1 to 5. I think like series 1 is like a student grade or something. The paint can go from, like, you can have a small tube of paint that's like this big, cost $100 because the pigmentation on it's so nice, it's so rich, and I've had other artists say, like, I can't buy a tube of paint this big because that's like half a brush stroke for me, like this big. And they're like, they'll take a big old heaping scoop of paint and make one brush stroke. I'm like, you can't do that. That'd be like a $50,000 painting. Serial 5. Yeah, bigger paintings, bigger money. Yeah, for sure. But I want to start. I need to get back into painting. I just need to. It's hard. It's hard to. It's not that I don't want to. It's just like I have a hard time just sitting down and drawing, let alone working on a painting. But I think I'm trying to turn a new leaf. Of like, if I can get back into painting by the end of the year, I think that'll be a win. And once I do that, I think there won't be no, like, I won't stop. It just took me a while to get back into drawing, and I'm pretty regular about that. I just can't wait to kind of get back into painting. I'm trying to get my studio back in order, man. I'm trying to get like it back in order. I'm trying to clean it all up and get it so it feels like a space that I would like to hang out at. I know, I think like in a perfect world, I would want a studio to be like almost kind of like an office or a lounge area, an area where I could just, I'd sit down, you know, and it had to have like a couch. I would love for it to have a couch, not to be like bougie about it, but like an area where I can like sit down, stare at my paintings, stare at my work, drink some coffee, maybe read a book, read a little bit, and maybe take a little nap, you know? Like I want my studio to be comfortable, and right now it's not. It looks like how you think a studio looks. It looks like a place that you just get down and work, get to business. And I don't want it to be that way. Like I need it to be an environment that I feel comfortable in, and that it's like a hug. It's welcoming me, you know. I'm like, hey, come downstairs. It's warm and cozy. There's coffee. There's candy, you know. Like, hey, come on down. When you want to paint, I know you want to, right? I want it to be a nice place. Yeah, I know. I don't get to read that often. Like in order for like the only time I read is when I'm at the gym on a cardio machine, and I don't want to do that either. And like I recognize the use of reading. It's important. I don't think it's not a bad thing to read. Like when I was young, of course, I hated reading. You know, I was like, this sucks. I don't want to read. I want to go outside. I want to go out and party with my friends. You know, but now all my friends are all grown up. Yeah, I'll listen to books on tape. I'm on audio. I'm for you that I listen to audiobooks. That's for sure. You know, that's the only time I actually get to be. I'm actually able to like consume books through audiobooks. You know, I listen to audiobooks when I'm at my work, you know, when I'm doing mundane things. And I had an epiphany the other day, and it made me it really angered me. It made me frustrated, and it put me in a sour mood, actually. I was like, I was thinking to myself, I give all this time to my employer, you know, all this time working for my employer, doing like work that I don't really like doing, and I don't even give myself the same amount of time to do what I actually enjoy. And when I actually have time to do the thing, which is like right now, it's I'm so tired that I don't want to do it. I don't want to draw late at night. I don't want to draw. Like half the time I'm drawing, I'm like, I just don't want to draw because I'm tired, you know? And it just sucks. It sucks. It saps the life out of you. It saps the will out of you. And I don't know if it's like today's world where like I don't know if it's like a combination of like how like the economy is so bad and money's so tight for so many people, and you feel like you're when you work, you see like, oh, this hour is going to pay for this amount of groceries, you know. Cardio for brain, yeah. And but like, you know, it's like, geez Louise. I don't know. I really should be going to bed. I really should be going to bed, actually. Um, yeah, I don't know how much more I'm gonna spend on this. You can't see what I'm drawing. Actually, if I go further, there is a cheap version of Rocksteady on this side. There you go, right here. There's a not cheap with this economy. I mean, it's it. I mean, dude, man. Like, I'm working, and I'm not satisfied. Like, man, dude. Like, where's the work satisfaction? Like, I guess it's because all I'm thinking about is like, if if I didn't have any hobbies, or like if my hobbies were like being able to play video games, you know, or playing video games, or like watching sports or something like that, and that's a fair hobby, right? If that was the case, I don't think I'd be so mad about about work, because like all I think about like most of the time when I'm at work is like, man, when am I going to be when am I going to be able to set time aside to draw? When can I set time aside to draw? And I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know when I can draw. When is that time? Where is that time going to go? When is the next time I can go and do some drawing? You know. And the answer is shrugs. I don't know. Dude, man. Um, but yeah. And yeah, just like where's the time? When can I do this? When all everything I do is kind of like a workaround on when can I do a little bit of drawing, when can I make a little bit of art. And they're not even finished pieces. These are just sketchbook drawings. I'm trying to get to the point where I actually make actual pieces that people can actually hang up in their house or something like that. And I just haven't been able to do that. I do some stuff related to art. Um, yeah, I do some stuff related to art, but not like I'm not like an illustrator or anything like that. You know, honestly, it's I don't really do a lot of things. I don't have like a job that's like personally connected to art on a serious level. But yeah, for a moment there, I thought I could. I thought I was getting pretty close to quote unquote making it. You know, I was getting closer and closer to getting regular sales, and then it just kind of stopped. I guess I just kind of stopped. I just kind of got I just kind of got tired of the grind. It felt like I was pushing a rock uphill, and it wasn't going anywhere, and I was getting really frustrated. And maybe if I like maybe all I needed is all that was required of me was like one more year. Maybe that was all I needed, like one more year, and I would be like been rolling in commissions or something like that. I don't know. It is your man. Oh yeah, that sounds like a freaking good idea. A mobile home and go around painting. I remember one time, I think a long time ago, I was in Idaho, and I was I was in a park or something. I don't know, and we're in near a lake or something. A lake or a water mass, and I saw a dude. This is before I was a painter. I saw a dude doing like a painting with an easel, and I thought that was super cool. You know, I've always thought it'd be kind of fun to go around and do landscape paintings or do paintings from life out in the open. I've done it occasionally, but nothing that I can be like, oh man, this is my thing. You know, this is my jam. But I'd love to do more of it. Definitely, for sure. Anyways, I honestly, I really should get going. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I got to go. It is super late, and I don't know. I think I might get 3 to 5 hours sleep, give or take. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get about 3 or 5 hours sleep. I don't know, and that doesn't seem too appealing. So if I better get going, yeah, yeah. So thanks, dude. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful night. It was awesome seeing here, talking to you all. But I gotta get going. Have a wonderful night. Get some sleep. Thank you so much for the love and the gifts. Take care. Cheers.